The question is whether our society is thriving in excess and overindulgence. Now, please don't think that I am getting into an area which nobody wants to talk about. Yes, we are living at a time where everything is overindulgent. It may not be likable to you, but if I tell you certain things, like in my clinic, I have quite a number of people, the clients and the patients, who come complaining of alcohol dependence. They are over drinking, they are reckless, they are unable to handle their life, they are unable to cope up with the stresses which are around them. So, all these things put together, we get into a state that we see that there is an enormous amount of social chaos. And this chaos has primarily been caused by the disillusion, the kind of deterioration which have happened in the society. Now, please again don't think that I'm talking about something which is not agreeable to you. But again, the fact remains home and dry that we are doing things which could probably be avoided, or at least we could have kept a balance. Now, if I come to straight away to the reasons, why is it so that the society is laboring under severe degree of excess? We are overspending, we are doing things which are avoidable, we are into things which doesn't make much of a sense. So frivolities and the trivialities are the order of the day. But again, if you ask most people, they will say that they're enjoying it, they're liking it. It's fine. It's an individual choice that people make. But if you take a top heavy view, an aerial view of things, you see that there are problems all over. The families are crumbling, the relationships are not working, there are conflict within the relationships, the marriages are breaking apart, the children are going astray. So now we have to account for these things. The point is that all society has to have certain balance in it. Just like nature, without balance, it can go in disarray. The same thing has happened in our society. Again, I'm telling you that what I'm telling you may not be entirely agreeable to you, but still, just give a thought into it. Where we are going wrong? Where is the problem if you keep a balance in your life? Many people ask me that whether I keep a balance in my life. Yes, I do. I know where to draw the boundary, where to draw the line. And there is no harm if you draw a line for yourself and you know this is a particular boundary, you better not transgress. Now, these things are to be kept in mind if you happen to have a family or a life which is in stable order, where you know that you are on the right track. So, being on the right track has to be ensured by drawing a boundary, a line within which you do and create your own world order. It's a world for you. You make it and you only destroy it. So, mind you, it has to be kept in mind that there has to be a balance in your life. And with this balance, you can do a world of good. Now, I'll come to the points. Why is it so that our society, or most of the people in our society nowadays, are getting into excess? The reason is that the society has opened up a lot. Gone are the days that where you have to think thrice before doing something. So one point is that social liberation. We are liberated individuals now. We are free to decide to do whatever we want. But therein lies the problem. You cannot do just everything under the sun. Now, if you have a family, you have children growing up in the family, what are they learning? I have clients where the children come with behavioral issues and they tell me on my face in front of their parents that have learned drinking, that have learned to have cannabis and to get into frivolous activities because my parents do it. Now, what do you tell them? So, I know that parents have a difficult task to handle. If the children are learning things from you, you have done a very bad job. So, one point is that social liberation has opened up a gamut of possibilities and activities that you probably would not have engaged in had it not been the case. Second point is this, that with this coming of this emancipated atmosphere. We are doing things which possibly you know that is avoidable, or things which are going to cause trouble in your family. You still do it because you like doing it. Again, I'm telling you, there is no problem in doing it. But then you have to cut down somewhere and do away with things which are probably going to affect your family and your own life. Second point is this, that the, the rise of the mass culture and the consumer culture which has come in has given way to overspending, buying things unnecessarily, and shopaholism, which actually is causing trouble. I have large number of patients and clients who are into this shopaholism problem. And this shopaholism has gone to such a state that in order to cut down on the monotony or the drudgery of the regular daily life, they're hanging around these malls, the departmental stores, buying things which they already possess. So that shows that how much sort of a barrenness we have in our culture, in our own lives. So this is a point which has to be kept in mind. I don't know whether my speaking to you is going to make any difference, but finally you need to self introspect. You self examine where are the areas you need to put your scissors. And another point is that our society has opened them in such a big way that the possibilities are huge. You have large number of opportunities to hang around with friends, go to restaurants, go for discs, invite friends to your houses. But again, are you doing the right thing for your children to follow? Because the parents are finally going to ask you, Dad, you are doing the same thing, and what's the problem if I do it? So there you don't have any answer. I have patients and clients in my clinics where the children are asking such a question and the parents fumble. They have no answer. So that means that somewhere down the line, we need to be a little conscious and cautious about things that we do. And probably you could probably avoid. So that's it. The point is again, home and dry, is that in your personal life, ensure that you don't go overboard. Be within your gambit, wherein you know that you are chiseling out a life which makes sense to you. And more importantly, if you have a family, and the family has to be given the right role model. So you as parents, as individuals, be role models not only to yourself, but also to your spouses, to your other family members, and to the friends around you. And that is how you finally get into a shape you give to your family, to your life, that you are really happy about, that you are satisfied with. Thanks for this. I'll come back with something very interesting, something more in my later episodes. Bye. Thank you.